Hey everyone. I just decided to go live um, on my break. I had an idea for a live last night. How's everybody doing? Today is Wednesday, hump day. We're almost to the weekend. I'm excited. I'm always looking forward to the weekend. And I see why the artist The Weekend gave his name The Weekend. Like, who doesn't love The Weekend? Everybody loves The Weekend. Anyway, so I had an idea to talk about, being a survivor of childhood abuse. I was looking for love in men, not knowing what love was, and like being given no love at all, or just inappropriate behavior that was masked as love. So anything that even resembled attention or so-called love, I was going towards it, and it was the opposite of what I wanted. It was toxic, it was inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thirst was real. You can tell when someone doesn't care about themselves. You can tell when someone has low self-esteem, and I know it was written all over me, and that was taken advantage of by men. Broken people looking for love in broken people. So broken people, they're not going to put you back together. They're broken too. They're going to bring you down with them. Hopefully I'm making some type of sense. But a lot of times I ended up with guys that you could tell that they had their own childhood trauma that they never addressed. And then here I am trying to find love within them. They're not prepared to give that to me because they have their own issues. So it's like two people not knowing what they're looking for. They think they know what they're looking for, and it wasn't it. Like, I have always been, I feel like, looking for let me see, like someone to save me, you know. And what you need in your life, you have to get it yourself. And that love comes from within, it comes from you. So all the years, all the time I've wasted looking for love in other people, I should have been looking down at myself, because that's what the real love is. When you really love yourself, when you really respect yourself, you set boundaries. When you understand it, when you don't understand it, your boundaries are wide open. There is no boundaries. People are going to march all over your boundaries because you never made none. What's that saying? People only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And that's definitely, like, in my early years, I had no idea what self respect was. I had no idea what self esteem was, because things were always taken from me. So I never knew. I was always looking for something and just didn't know it was right there in front of me or within me. So I'm not sure if anybody could relate to that. Those of you who have survived abuse, and those experiences really messed up your view of life. You know, um, I missed out on a lot of red flags. Like, I knew things were off within people, but it's like I was so used to toxic and inappropriate behaviors and negativity that I was going towards what I was really wanting to get away from. It's just so crazy, right? You would think that being used to abuse and coming from something that was unpleasant would make you run into direction of the love, the care, the stability. But because you don't know anything, you fall for anything. What's that one saying? If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. I didn't have any standards. I didn't have any standards. So the men I picked, the people I picked to be within my life were where they were how I felt about myself, you know? And then I would wonder why they couldn't love me the way I wanted to be loved, because they weren't for me. They were just a time in my life, an experience, and a lesson. And the more I embrace it for how it is, it's just the better for me, the healthier I am, because I used to be so ashamed of the mistakes I made, ashamed of my past, but I was blind out here going through life. You know what I'm saying? I felt my experiences really just messed me up as far as like, expectations and stuff like that. But that was the past. But some people would look at, your mistakes, your baggage, and look at it as someone who makes poor decisions, but they don't see deep down, your story. And you can expect everyone to understand you. You can't. As long as you understand and love yourself, the validation, acceptance for other people does not matter. And it does take time to learn that, especially when no one ever told you, you didn't read any books on it, you didn't understand, you didn't see that you're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. I mean, I think I just came on to encourage anyone who's hard on themselves. If you're being hard on yourself in life about the decisions you've made and the people that you've given time to because you were just looking for love, attention, affection, a unit, a family that you never had, don't be so hard on yourself. It's a natural human um thing to want and seek love, even if you've had horrible experiences. It's like deep down, you just want a warm hug, affection, someone to care about you. And you don't see sometimes that the people who you were trying to get love from were pushing you away. Like I have posted some memes or some inspirational things on my community tab. Let me read one of them real quick. Let me see. It kind of goes with what I was saying. Let me see if I can find my channel on. I hope someone joins us live. But yeah, today's just a I am working on a video. It's about child abuse, a survivor. Um, so I have that video being edited right now. We're in the process of being edited. So stay tuned. I appreciate everyone's support. Okay, so let me see. On my YouTube wall, what did I put in here? Here it goes. So like with me, me always looking for love in the wrong people and places, and them disappointing me. I have to say this with it. So I posted this 4 days ago on my community wall. People who repeatedly disrespect you are on some level asking that you let them go. And that was really deep for me because some of my worst experiences with men, like the fathers of my children, I would say they treated me the worst. And they were telling me like I need to let them go, especially with my last child's father. It's like the more I would push myself on him, the more I wanted from him, the more love I wanted from him, the worse he treated me. Like he would just dog me out, and I know that he was a broken man. At the time I couldn't see it. It was just like, I just want you to love me. And I knew he was damaged in his own way, but I wanted us to heal together. You know what I'm saying? But people are only going to heal on their time. You can't force healing and on other people. It's a journey that only that person has to take. But sometimes when you love someone so much, what is that? Like you're willing to bleed with them? And it was not my job to patch anybody's wounds up. Like grown people out here, they got to go to therapy themselves. They got to get counseling themselves. They got to take accountability for their own actions and stop blaming others. Like there's no amount of hugs and kisses and talks that can make someone want to change and do better for themselves and treat you better. If they're treating you wrong and you're accepting it, they're just going to keep doing it. You're not going to gain more respect from an abuser or someone who's hurting you from loving them more. And that's what I seem to do, the harsher they would treat me, like the more I would like, knew something was wrong, but I still would just keep going for it. Like I said, I grew up with dysfunction. I didn't see a happy marriage in my lifetime. I saw people were married and together, but it wasn't happy. It was dysfunctional. So I just was hoping that I would squeeze out something out of nothing, and it just you can't make juice out of something that's not meant to be juice. I don't know. That's just a metaphor I just came up with. But I like to just think about my life and just make me appreciate change and growth, because at the time I was so frustrated with certain decisions and certain things that happened in my life. But you got to see it for what it is. And even though I would never understand some horrific things that happen to me and others in the world, sometimes things do happen for a reason. And at the time, you don't see the reason until later on. The real love in my life came from my children. It didn't come from a man in my family that I grew up with. It came from my children. Like, that's real love for me, like deep love. I love them very much. I want the best for my children, and I want them to always know that that's what love is supposed to be, like unconditional. And anybody who gives you less, they don't deserve your time. I'm always trying to teach them that. And I always try to teach them that no one is going to love you more than you love yourself. So you got to make sure you show people how to love you by loving yourself, by respecting yourself, talking kindly to yourself, treating yourself well. Don't be out here chasing people that don't want to be chased. It's nothing worse than that. If anything, they need to be chasing you, even though that could be toxic too. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want my children, I don't want anyone who's listening to this video. I'm about to be real corny, but don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, okay? Like, be true to yourself, love yourself. And then the right love, the right people will come to you. They will gravitate to you. You know, if you love yourself, it will come. They will come. That's all I really can say. So it's just a motivational Wednesday, wisdom Wednesday. Maybe I could come up with something for our lives. Like, I already have Freedom Friday. Maybe I could have Wisdom Wednesday. So I'm just reflecting on my past, and just, realizing that I was young and dumb, but now I feel like I'm older and wiser. I think the best thing about getting older is the wisdom. It can suck, getting older, as far as like, the aches and the pains, and you don't move the way you used to. But they say if you don't move it, you lose it. So you really just got to be limber and flexible, exercise, get fit, take your health seriously, so that getting older won't be such a burden, won't be such a like negative thing. It's a positive. Because I agree that you're as old as you feel. If you feel old, you're gonna act old. So you got to feel young, feel vibrant, feel alive, and it will just happen naturally. I know it sounds cliche and corny, but when you've come from a place of always thinking negative, everything is a cloud, and you finally see the light that life is what you make it. You know, what's the law of attraction? If you see bad things coming, bad things are gonna come. If you see good things are gonna come. You gotta focus on the good. Know that you deserve love, positivity, happiness, safety. Don't let nobody make you feel less than. So this kind of turned into something extra. It's all about self-love. You can come back from loving the wrong people to loving yourself, and then being open to loving others, and then others loving you. So we live, we learn, we loved, all of that. So if you're enjoying this live, leave a comment. Let me know about any wisdom, thoughts you want to add here. What are things you have learned from your past? What has helped you grow the most? How did you learn to love yourself? Who taught you how to love yourself? So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the video at the 15-minute mark. I definitely will try to blend more lives, but it was just a spontaneous live that I wanted to do. I hope you guys got some type of enjoyment from it, and I hope you have a good Wednesday. Stay tuned for my video coming soon. It'll be out either tomorrow or Thursday. I'm sorry, tomorrow is Thursday. It'll be out Thursday or Friday, but I'm going to try to make it come out by tomorrow. It's just Thursday, the 2nd of May. Can y'all believe we're in May already? We are in May. Like, time is flying, flying. But I am looking forward to the summer. Um, I definitely am looking forward to the summer and the good weather. All right, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys.